Congratulations. You've been invited as a VIP to the All-Guide Truffle Shuffle. This message will explode.
Heavy
Soldier!
Welcome to the All-Guide Truffle Shuffle. I am your host and I see that we have the first guest, the Heavy. Disaster always comes with him. Coming up next, the soldier himself jumped across the country like a true American. No scout was harmed in his production. And I see the scout himself arriving on his medic bus. A real doctor never arrives without his patient. He is sneaky and slimy. It is the spy himself. Look at that romantic baffaloon. And of course, the sniper comes with his van. And what is this? He shows off his sick sniper skills right on spot. I hear the Pyro is coming on his motorcycle. Now we see the scouts summoning our beloved Texan, the engineer. And as always, the Demoman comes last, but of course he needs a bigger parking space for that ship. Now that everyone arrived, we get right up started soon enough. Today, we take a look at the engineer. The engineer is a soft-spoken, amiable Texan with an interest in all things mechanical. He specializes in constructing and maintaining buildings that provide support for his team, rather than fighting at the front lines, making him suitable for defense. The engineer's various gadgets include the sentry gun, an automated turret that fires at any enemy in range. The dispenser, a device that restores health and ammunition of nearby teammates, and teleporters that quickly transport players from point A to point B. Now you want to be a real Texan?
Yeah!
Very good. But before you can even call yourself an engineer, make sure that you know your own buildings.
Alrighty then.
Take care for them like they are your own children. First of, you have the sentry gun. It never misses its target. So it is the perfect use for defending an important point, or help your team by moving it forward to support them.
Let's get to that.
If you want to be the best engineer,
Heck yes.
support your team with the dispenser. Always place it on the right spot.
Unicorn up, boys.
And for fast transportation, the teleporter is the perfect choice.
He's good!
Use it to help your team in reaching the front lines faster.
I am scared, you maggots.
If you have more engineers in your team, never build your buildings too close to each other. Always spread them out for best defense and help your Texan buddies. One Demoman is always enough to destroy you all. Now that you know your own buildings, don't forget that you also have weapons for self-defense against the bad guys. There is your shotgun. It does great damage at close range, should you ever need to defend yourself and your buildings. There is also your pistol, but beware who you shoot with it.
Fight like men!
And your trustworthy, always useful wrench. The one weapon you use to repair and upgrade your buildings, by punching them with it. Team Fortress 2 has tons of weapons and even the engineer does not, but that is not important. That's right, because the only other weapon you will use is the gunslinger. The ultimate masterpiece in engineering, science and psychological terror. Finally, it is revealed on what is under the glove. Be the ultimate engineer with this weapon. It will replace your heavy armored super sentry gun with a tiny version. Now that you know your buildings and guns, let's talk about your enemies. Oh yes, even the engineer has enemies. The whole other team. Mostly the spy, who has the sapper. That French voice recorder is able to disable and slowly destroy your buildings. So look out for spies. They are always behind you. The Demoman is scary too. He can destroy your buildings with sticky bombs. So watch out for something drunk and Scottish. Now that you know the basics about engineering, you can finally call yourself engineer, and your team will trust you and only you to defend the control point. Have fun. Today, we take a look at the heavy. I mean the spy. The spy, hailing from an indeterminate region of France, is an enthusiast of sharp suits and even sharper knives. He relies on stealth and trickery to aid his team. Using a unique array of cloaking watches, he can render himself invisible or even fake his own death, leaving unaware opponents off guard. His disguise kit lets him take on the form of any class on either team, allowing him to blend in while behind enemy lines before stabbing his unsuspecting teammates in the back. In fact, a swift backstab with any of the spy's knives will kill most foes in a single hit, provided they aren't under the effects of any type of invulnerability or some other form of immense damage reduction. In addition, the spy possesses the ability to disable and destroy engineer constructed buildings with his sapper. The spy is capable to enter enemy teleporter and can use this to make his way to the enemy team and blend in among them.
Thanks, mate.
Now you want to be the professional and attractive spy?
I think not.
That's a good start. But before you can call yourself a real spy, let's take a look at your weapons, abilities, and enemies. We already learned that you can backstab the bad guys with a knife.
Buy yourself some talent.
But before you backstab somebody, you should observe and learn about the person you want to kill with a tiny knife. Because most enemies learn to turn around.
Bye!
As a spy, go where nobody goes to get behind the enemy line. And if you use your disguise kit, act like the guy you disguised yourself as. But if you disguise yourself as a scout, don't forget that you will never be as fast as him. Congratulations, you found out that you have a revolver. Now you can kill almost everybody from far away.
I feel très bon.
Even your arch nemesis, the Pyro.
I'm back.
Unless it found out that it has an air blast. As a spy, you are also able to call for some German dude on the enemy team. Now you can finally play the class that everybody hates but also wants to play. Have fun.
This is Scout. Rainbows make me cry.
Today, we take a look at the soldier. The soldier is a crazed, jingoistic patriot from America's heartland. Tough and well-armed, he is versatile, capable of both offense and defense, and a great starter class to get familiar with the game. The soldier is well known for his spectacular rocket jump. In defiance of all good sense and judgment, the soldier can detonate a rocket at his feet and launch himself skyward. Of course, it needs practice. This ability allows the soldier to appear from unexpected places.
Wanna see a magic trick? Presto! Take that!
And reach areas off limits even to the scout's double jump and hype jumps.
What the hell?
Well balanced and possessing both survivability and mobility, the soldier is considered one of the most flexible classes in the game.
Nice!
Despite his low foot speed, he is capable of using rocket jumps to reach his destination quickly. His large health pool is second only to that of the heavy. Now you want to be the real American dream, also known as the soldier?
I am a pretty...
That's fantastic. Now let's take a look at your big guns.
Who wants a bloody horn?
The rocket launcher does great damage, but the damage it does depends on range and love. Aim rockets at enemies' feet to ensure that they can't avoid the explosion damage. Also make sure to reload your rocket launcher all the time. By the way, the rocket jumper does no damage. While your rockets are feared, experienced pyros can deflect them back to you. If you find yourself in close range combat, use your shotgun or your melee weapon so you won't hurt yourself firing rockets. But hurting yourself is useful for the medic, because he will be able to build up his uber charge faster. Never stand still as a soldier. You are no sniper. Now that you know on how to kick your enemies back in time to kick them back into the future, you can finally call yourself a real soldier.
USA!
Have fun. Today, we take a look at the sniper.
Sniper!
Hailing from the lost country of New Zealand and raised in the unforgiving Australian outback, the sniper is a tough and ready. The sniper's main role on the battlefield is to pick off important enemy targets from afar using his sniper rifle and its ability to instantly kill a target with a headshot. He is effective at long range, but weakens with proximity, where he is forced to use his submachine gun or his kukri. As a result, the sniper tends to perch on high grounds or in hard-to-see places, where he can easily pin down enemies at choke points.
Strong. I'm weak, and I...
Although he is typically known for instantaneously killing enemies at a distance, the sniper can use the huntsman to get closer to the enemy. Additionally, the Sydney Sleeper and the mysterious contents of Girardi allow him to take on a support role
by causing enemies to take mini breaks.
Now you want to be the sniper? That's excellent, but also hard since Team Fortress 2 needs a lot of skills and practice. It will destroy your soul, dreams, and your own family.
All hail the sandwich.
Let's forget about what I said. Wanka. As a sniper, it might happen that you fight enemy snipers. But don't worry, it's mostly easy to fight back if you ambush those snipers from unexpected places. You are most effective at long range. But don't stay at the same spot all the time. Keep changing your shooting spots to destroy the most important targets. While you are sniping around, it might happen that a spy will try to backstab you. Try to look around next time, or use the Razorback. If you happen to spot an engineer nest, but can't see the engineer, shoot the sentry or another building first, so the engineer will show himself to repair it. Good job. You can finally call yourself a real sniper. You can shoot people now. Have fun with your great accomplishment. Today, we take a look at the what he lacks in compassion for the sick, respect for human dignity, and any sort of verifiable formal training in medicine. The medic more than makes up with a bottomless supply of giant needles and a trembling enthusiasm for plunging them into exposed flesh. Raised in Stuttgart, Germany, during an era where the Hippocratic Oath had been downgraded to an optional Hippocratic suggestion, the medic considers healing a generally unintended side effect of satisfying his own morbid curiosity. The medic is a Teutonic man of medicine. While he may have a tenuous adherence to medical ethics, he is nonetheless the primary healing class of the team. Although the medic's syringe gun and bonesaw aren't the greatest weapons for direct combat, he can typically still be found near the front lines, healing wounded teammates whilst trying to stay out of combat.
I am fully charged.
So you want to be Hippocratic German doctor? First of all, you have to know about your primary healing targets. Would you heal the heavy or the scout first?
Heavy.
That's right. You heal the heavy and everybody else first. Nobody likes the scout.
How could this happen to me?
Your primary healing target is always the most wounded teammate. Don't be a pocket medic.
You suck.
Love everybody and they will love you back. Earn respect and be the god of the team. Now that we know about how to heal people, let's take a look at your defense and enemies.
Now?
Not now. Speaking of enemies, the whole enemy team will try to kill you. Run for your life. As the medic, don't underestimate your own defense. You can fight back. If a situation on the battlefield is too much for you and your lover to handle, run back to your base to recover and regroup. A dead medic is a sad medic. Now that you survived, we can finally come to your final step, the Ubercharge. You can build up your Ubercharge meter by healing wounded teammates on the battlefield. Once it's full, you can activate your charge. You and your healing target are invulnerable for a few seconds. A Pyro's air blast and explosion damage can still slap you back. Now you can call yourself a real doctor. You can heal people on the battlegrounds. Have fun with your great accomplishment. Today, we take a look at
I claim this point for France! What is that?
The Demoman is a drunk swirling demolitions expert from the Scottish town of Ullapool and is one of the versatile members of the team. A master of explosives, the Demoman, strategically, deals massive amount direct and middle-range splash damage.
Yoink!
Armed with his grenade launcher and sticky bomb launcher, the Demoman uses his one good eye and the knowledge of his surrounding environment for a well-timed sticky bomb detonation that send enemies skyward.
What the? Move!
Should anyone get past his explosive ordnance, however, they will be shocked to learn that the Demoman is extremely efficient at melee combat, being one of the deadliest meal users in the game. With a variety of powerful meal unlocks in his arsenal. Do you want to be a real Scottish Demoman?
Makes me a good Demoman?
As a Demoman, you have to play Scottish. A real demolition man has to drink a lot of scrumpy before the battle to fight like it's supposed to be. While you are drunk, you have to aim your sticky bombs everywhere. Jump around and shoot them randomly while you pray to hit a target. Congratulations, you finally hit something. As the drunken Scottish man of explosions, you are able to destroy whole sentry nests with only one well-placed sticky bomb. You can even jump with your sticky bombs, but it needs practice. You are able to strike even more fear into your enemies with your meal combat.
Unicorn!
Congratulations, Mr. Explosion. You can call yourself a real Demoman. You can destroy everything now. Have fun.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
The Pyro is a mumbling pyromaniac of Inter-Terminate origin who has a burning passion for all things fire-related. The Pyro specializes in fighting enemies in close range using a homemade flamethrower. Enemies set on fire suffer from afterburn and take additional damage over time, allowing the Pyro to excel on hit-and-run tactics. Due to the flamethrower's short range, the Pyro is weaker at longer ranges and relies heavily on ambushing and taking alternate routes to catch opponents off guard. The Pyro's compression blast can deflect enemy projectiles, extinguish burning teammates, and forcibly reposition any enemy. Because most enemies hit by fire are visibly ignited, the Pyro is the best class for spy checking.
Now that was close!
The Pyro wears an asbestos line suit that provides protection from the afterburn of other Pyros. Though it does not add any resistance to the direct damage taken from a flamethrower/explosion. Now you want to become the most hated thing in the entire game. That's disturbing. We start with activating your fire and running forward. You should never do that. Instead, keep an eye out around you for enemies and try to get them into close-range combat. You may now notice that your flamethrower is capable of doing more than just burning your victims. Activate your fart blast to return the projectiles back to the owner. Or push enemies into holes. Or into the sentry nest of your friendly engineer neighbors. Thank them by checking for random spies. They will love you forever.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
A Pyro versus Pyro situation can be tricky. You can burn a whole group of enemies. Even if they don't die, the afterburn will do the rest. Because Valve has no idea how to balance this class or anything else regarding the Pyro. Now that you are finally a mistake of nature and mankind, you can call yourself a Pyro. Burn everything, be the monster. Have fun. Today, we take a look at them.
I am the scout here.
You soaked sandwich idiot bread.
That didn't hurt.
The overused and hyperactive piece of reproductive organ failure that keeps annoying your
suck.
grandmother on the other side of the road, also known as the Scout, is one of the fastest creatures in Team Fortress 2. The sixth tiny man from a known fairy tale is a fast-running scrapper with a baseball bat and a snarky, in-your-face, attitude.
Yo!
His double jump leaves slow opponents such as the Heavy struggling to keep up and helps him navigate the terrain while dodging incoming projectiles. He has low health, so the Scout keeps running back and forth while trying to land a hit on the enemy's butts before he dies a miserable death. The Scout is an excellent choice for complaining enemy teams and capturing an objective point or highly explosive cart quickly. Now you want to become the most annoying that the from Heavy's while getting by the Demoman in the entire game? Excellent. We should start by introducing your mobility. You should be able to jump once but also twice into the air. Use that ability together with your speed to get to faraway points much quicker or to dodge enemies. If you totally fail in your jumping games, you have a gigantic gun that is even more powerful than the rocket launcher from the soldier to shoot enemies with.
For the first time in my life, I am a freaking wizard!
You should never stand still as a scout. Your survivability depends on your fast movements and constantly shooting guns. You are a close-range combat class, so you have to be very close to the enemy. You are no sniper. As the scout, the smallest mistakes can mean death to you. So it would be helpful to know the locations of health packs around the map. Naturally, another scout is your worst enemy, but every other class in the game is easily capable to kill you. Now that you know the basics to become a piece of dry potato, you can finally call yourself dumbass. I mean scout. You are the perfect killing machine that nobody deserves or wants. Shame on you. Have fun. Today, we take a look at the Heavy. You deserve it.
Yes.
My tiny beautiful biscuit. Now shall we begin?
Yeah.
Comrade? The Heavy is a gigantic individual coming from some Russian mountain region in Russia. He is the main face you might see when you dream about Team Fortress 2, which is totally being updated all the time. Surprise Big Nut. The Heavy holds a PhD in Russian literature and is more intelligent than he seems.
If hand is rotten, you cut off. Scout! But if heart is... You shoot, Scout!
Sandwich!
His actual name is Misha or Mikhail, but we call him Heavy because he is
like a Russian potato,
with an insane mind and a wholesome heart. The Heavy is no pushover and is the one with the most health in default,
Heavy will vomit.
around 300 hit points. He always holds a massive minigun, capable of shredding through tiny men. But of course, such a giant comes with a weakness, which is his movement. He is the slowest class in the game.
Come on then! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Now you want to become the ultimate Russian force of nature, destroying enemies in the glory of your motherland?
Let us begin!
You are the Heavy, a gigantic creature and a true monster everybody should fear. But such high health and damage output comes with weaknesses you can't ignore yourself. Your worst enemies are those that are faster than you or just sit back and shoot you from afar. So always watch out for snorting or cursing.
Nothing personal.
Your primary weapon is your loving minigun. Heavy sure loves Sasha, Natasha, Svetlana, Oksana and Sheila. Perhaps a bit too much. But love never breaks you apart, as you must passionately wind up your gun to fire it. You can surprise enemies by winding up behind a corner. A little jump might also give the extra fear factor. Just try to keep your gun ready. The Heavy also wields a shotgun by default, but nobody uses it because a snack is much more valuable for Mother Russia. A single bite from your trusty sandwich can fully heal you. You can also drop it at your teammates to heal them. You just must wait till it's recharged. Heavy is a strong boy, and so he uses his fists instead of pitiful weapons in melee combat. You can even use his secret anime technique. Your best and most beloved partner is the medic. A medic and Heavy combination are a truly fearful display of strength and sometimes intelligence.
Charge me! That was excellent.
That juicy German guy with questionable ethics instantly becomes your life mate once you are the Heavy. So, keep him close to your heart or he might be stolen.
This is mine now.
One Heavy seems scary enough, but imagine a whole company of heroes. A large group of Heavies sometimes become unstoppable. There is not much else to say. You are a scary creature fighting alongside your comrades.
Oh, but Heavy was just getting started.
Boom!
Умри, гад!
Da! 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 Хорошо!
Have fun. Thank you for watching the All Guide Truffle Shuffle. Now we destroy the cinema for the next grand premiere.
Get the fuck out!
No Rio de Janeiro, geral já tá dançando. Eu quero ver geral fazendo a dança do pombo. Fazendo a dança do pombo. Fazendo a dança